Alright, here's another special triangle, a 30, 60, 90 right triangle. This one's a little more complicated. So as before, we're going to call the shortest side, which is A, it's across from the 30-degree angle, X. And the way the rest are related to it is the hypotenuse is going to be twice as much as A. So if A is 4, C is 8. And B is going to be A, which we're calling X, times the square root of 3. And that is the relationship between these two. Between these three. So in this case, if A is 4, what is C? So we say they go from A to C, we're just doubling it. So if A is 4, C is 8. And that's it. If A is 2, what is B? So to go from A to B, you're just multiplying by the square root of 3. So if A is 2, B is 2 times the square root of 3. If C is 4 square roots of 3, what is A? So we went from A to C, we doubled it. When we go from C to A, we cut it in half. So 4 square roots of 3, if you cut that in half by dividing by 2, you get 2 square roots of 3. That is half. Here, B is 8 square roots of 3. What is A? So there's 8 square roots of 3. So from A to B, we multiply by the square root of 3. When we go back, you divide by the square root of 3. So we divide and we just get 8. If B equals 7, what is A? So this one's a little trickier because when we go from B to A, again, if we go from B to A, we're going to take B divided by the square root of 3 is going to equal A. So 7 divided by the square root of 3 is what A equals, but we can't leave it with the denominator as square root of 3. We multiply top and bottom by square root of 3. We get 7 square roots of 3 on top. Square root of 3 times square root of 3 is just 3, so that is what A is here. If C is 20, what is B? So here it's easier to go to A first. So if C is 20, A is 10. It's always half of what C is. And then I go to B, we always just take A and multiply by the square root of 3. That's our rule. So B equals 10 square roots of 3. Here, if B is 7 square roots of 3, what is C? So start by going to A first. So if B is 7 square roots of 3, to get A, we divide by the square root of 3. So A is 7, and then if you get A is 7, we just double it to find that C is 14. Here, B is 16, so again, let's find A first. You'll divide by the square root of 3 to get A. Again, we can't leave it like this, so we multiply by square root of 3 on each side. On top and bottom, you get 16 square roots of 3 over 3. So this is A. Now to get C, you just double it, so you get 32 times the square root of 3 over 3. So it's really just practice, making use of this. Again, if you go from A to C, you're multiplying by 2. If you go from C to A, you're dividing by 2. If you go to A to B, you're multiplying by the square root of 3. From B to A, you're dividing by the square root of 3. And if you just kind of follow that and go carefully between each one, you should do okay with these special right triangles. But again, practice it. So until next time, I am Derek Genova. Have a delightful day.